comes in and they wrestle for like 2 seconds. You're going to have these big matches. Have a little more going on than just two people going at it back and forth. That's my input. And you can, if you'd like to.
I mean, I thought there was action all over the place. Charlotte doing a moonsault out of the ring. I mean, they were flying all over the place, except for the first about 5 minutes where there were a couple of botches. But they were really... It
just seems sometimes when you have triple threats and all these big throw everybody in the ring type of deal, it always seems that there's always two in the match. And if it's a triple threat, one's on the outside or Ric Flair's holding you back.
But it made so much sense, though. He's the dirtiest player in the game, man. That's why I love the way that ended. If it was going to end like that for Charlotte, that's the way it should end.
Mm-hmm. Have her this big cheater and
he'll
lie, cheat, and steal type of persona.
Yep, but
Latino heat.
Hey, did you see Sasha Banks paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero?
Those are nice tights, too.
Those are nice tights. Charlotte comes in a beautiful robe. I was always a huge fan of Ric Flair robes, but she wore pieces of his robe when he retired in his retirement match against Shawn Michaels. And, of course, Becky Lynch always comes in with her punk attire, and it was a great match of the night, and stole the show for me. And it just proves that the women can main event.
Mm-hmm. And then you had the card slowly go down, down, down. Let me tell you, when this match came on, I was like, okay, maybe it will be exciting. Maybe it will be the second match of the night. When Shane McMahon came out with his three sons, I was like, oh, boy, here we go. This is not going to be the match of the night.
Give him a break.
Bring
his sons out. You do the same thing.
No. I was kind of like, I had a feeling that this match was going to be dull, and it did not prove me wrong. It was dull. I mean, yes, he fell off the top of the cage. He missed, and he landed on the... I felt like it was almost they were trying to recreate what was done in Hell in the Cell, and you can't recreate it, especially with other pieces now in this puzzle. You can't recreate history, especially when it comes to a Hell in a Cell.
But what were they trying to recreate?
Well, they were trying to do the crazy bumps when Mick Foley fell off the cage and landed on the announce table. I feel like everybody tries to redo that. It's been done once before. It can't be redone.
Shane McMahon doesn't have to recreate anything that Mick Foley did. Shane McMahon takes his own crazy bumps.
He takes them, but I feel like every Hell in a Cell,
They haven't done that, though.
They
Not in Hell in a Cell matches.
When they had that one match with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, he fell off the cage, landed on the announce table. It's like the same thing over and over. And then you hear the fans, holy, holy. Like, no, it's not really holy anything because it's been done time and time and time again. And after a while, I don't want to pay money to see it anymore. And The Undertaker, he can't wrestle anymore. He needs to hang up his boots and just go off into the night, go off into the sunset, and just drive his little motorcycle and be the American badass he always has been and always will be. But he's not the American badass anymore in the ring.
You know what I think?
That's my piece.
You know what I think? I think you need a Snickers.
I don't need a Snickers. I'm sensing a heel turn on me.
I think our friend Keith Logan needs a Snickers because he's a little grumpy right now. It was not a great match. The whole thing was premised on that bump, which was a holy bleep moment, though. If you go back in time, look at the Hell in a Cell when Foley was doing it. Mm-hmm. Look at the Hell in a Cell now, because I don't know if it was the camera angle or what. I looked at that, and the rest of my friends looked at that, and were like, is this cage bigger?
Well, it probably had to be a little bigger because the arena you're in, I would assume. And then when he's taking off with the wire cutters, I was just like, I was not feeling this match one bit. I was rather disappointed. And then you build up Shane McMahon having him going to take over Raw and all this, and then you just have him lose, and now it's like, where do we stand?
Yeah, the whole disappointment was the build to the story.
Yeah, but even Undertaker just he needs to go.
Well, it's Undertaker has another match of WrestleMania left in him.
Oh God, I'm sick of hearing about that.
He's got
just give it up.
one left in him.
Give it up. The streak's over. Time to go on. Go home.
Baron Corbin won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. When I saw all these guys come in for the Battle Royal, I was like, I'm going with Tatanka making his return. And then they had DDP. I don't know why they had Shaquille O'Neal come into this Battle Royal for what?
Let me tell you. When Michael Cole said, I believe he said, boom shakalaka on commentary, I almost lost myself. I was like, what is this, 1998? You're having Shaquille O'Neal coming out here trying to relive something that they already have done in WCW, having NBA players get involved in wrestling. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Space Jam 2 isn't coming out for a couple of years now, so I don't know if you're going to cross-promote anything. But it was just, I couldn't even watch it. It was ridiculous. You had everybody in the ring, and it was just like, what's going on here? DDP comes in, he got a nice pop. Okay, he's a former wrestler. I can see that. We all know he's not going to win. Tanaka comes in.
Well, half of them came in together.
Yeah, no entrance, and then some of them
like entrances for like 3 or 4 guys.
Yeah, Big Show got his entrance. Kane, Shaquille O'Neal apparently has his own entrance that I didn't know about.
I was just happy when I saw the final 5. I was like, "Oh, I hope Baron Corbin wins this."
Well, you were right,
and so he did, and maybe that's a jump start for the big roster for him.
I was really hoping that a surprise entrant would have come back.
That's what I thought was going to happen. I thought like Orton or one of these guys was going to come back.
No. I thought the man who was suspended was going to come back because he is big. Everybody wants to see him come back. Have him come back.
Suspended past WrestleMania, man. Come on.
It would have been
then
great.
The great one comes in.
Oh, God.
The Rock comes in for his segment, and I'm like, you know what? It's as much as I love The Rock, he's going to talk for a long time.
He's going to kill time.
10:45. Let's go.
Let's go.
And then the Wyatt family comes out.
Again.
And I awoken. I was like, oh, my goodness. Something's going to happen right now.
Yeah, they're going to get squashed again by former talent because that's all that happens is with the Wyatt family.
And they're like, let's bring the referee in here. The Rock takes off his clothes. He's ready in
He's
wrestling
already in his trunks.
gear. And I'm like, wait, are we going to have Bray Wyatt versus The Rock? No. We get
course
Eric
not.
Rowan, who gets pinned in 6 seconds.
Oh, you can't make this up. You can't make it up.
Unbelievable. And then John Cena makes his return, comes back, and helps The Rock beat up the Wyatt in a squash match. The only thing that was recognizable there was that The Rock gave a little prop to the Bray Wyatt character, which leads me to believe something is in the works for Bray Wyatt. And as we saw on Monday, something is in the works for Bray Wyatt.
It's just, by that time, I was so frustrated with WrestleMania, I turned it off after the Rock and Wyatt family segment. I was like, you know what? I'll wait till tomorrow morning to wake up early and watch the main event. Because I had a feeling I know what was going to happen. And I was correct. Because the main event was Roman Reigns and Triple H for the championship. And Stephanie McMahon and Triple H with that ridiculous entrance. I was just like, okay, this is getting interesting. And then Roman Reigns comes out, does the little, which I thought was pretty cool though, but to the point I was just like, let's just end this thing. When he comes out, this entrance, he does a Superman punch and punches the ground, and they show the special effects of it all crushing. I was like, all right, that's pretty cool, but it was how it was going to end. I knew it. He won the match, Roman Reigns. It was pretty much decided from the beginning. We all knew. Everybody was kind of booing.
It's a storyline that I'm glad is finished. At least I hope that it's finished. I mean, they just wanted to go the regular route, have Roman Reigns win the title. I mean, he got booed out of the arena. The match was boring because, I don't know, to me, Triple H has really slow matches. he's not main event WrestleMania material, especially when you want to end a night as WrestleMania 25. You had The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, and then Triple H goes on to main event against Randy Orton, and it's like...
Not really. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, it's not the way I wanted WrestleMania to end, you know? But, I mean, Triple H did his best with what he had to work with. Roman Reigns is athletic, but it's just the character is not what the fans want to see.
Nope.
And it just, I mean, people popped for when he speared Stephanie McMahon, and that was pretty much it.
I would have to agree.
The match was long, and it ended at 11:45, man.
We have to remember there's an hour difference as well, so... They can't start way too early.
It's still. I mean, what happens if WrestleMania is in California? We're not ending until 1 in the morning?
Well, that went pretty late. Well, it was actually early, but it was so early there that you couldn't... Even when The Undertaker came out, it was still daylight.
Yep.
Because I think it started... 4 o'clock their time, if I'm not mistaken, the pre-show. So...
Overall rating of this WrestleMania, I would have to give it... B minus C plus for me.
Wow, you're generous. I'm giving it a C minus. I mean, you only had one or two matches that actually sparked my interest. Other than that, I was getting food, listening to the guy who's anti-wrestling, listen to his bit, and I actually had room for dessert. So that's where I stand. The only matches that really struck my interest was the Intercontinental Championship when Zack Ryder pulled up upset, I think, and won because nobody saw that one coming. And the women's match, which I thought was the match of the night.
Agreed. Women's match was definitely match of the night. But what a difference 24 hours makes.
Yes,
because
sir.
Raw was definitely a different show from WrestleMania. And we got to see a lot of things that we've been waiting for. We'll get into that when we come back. This is Ringside Rumble Radio here on the UCR Network, powered by Spreaker.com and free on iTunes.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council. Imagine a world where bullying isn't considered a normal part of childhood.
A world where I'm not afraid to go to school.
To speak out.
To be myself.
A world where I'm not afraid to be caught alone.
Come on, punk.
We have the power to stop the bullying. Speak out.
Speak up.
Educate.
Find out what to look for and how you can make a difference at bullying.org.
Bullying is not kids being kids.
It's not about good homes or bad homes.
It's not a normal part of growing up. I shouldn't be afraid to get on the school bus.
To turn on my computer.
Or walk to my locker. Did you know that a bully will stop his or her behavior in 10 seconds when their peers speak up?
Use your voice.
Hey, leave him alone.
We have the power to stop bullying.
Find out more at bullying.org.
Bullying.org.
Where you're not alone.
Where you're not alone.
Where you're not alone.
Unified Championship Radio.
Ringside Rumble here, Ringside Rumble Radio here on the UCR Network, powered by Spreaker.com and free on iTunes.
Say that 5 times fast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I refuse. I refuse to do it. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/UCR Network, Twitter and Instagram at UCR Network. And like I said, 24 hours makes a huge difference because from WrestleMania to Raw, totally different show. Monday Night Raw, 10 times better, as we had a great show come in. Vince McMahon starts it off, telling about now he's starting to feel a little upset about the whole Shane thing.
Oh, I wonder why.